All right. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. It's been a little while since we've done a live stream, but I've been working pretty hard on the new website. Well, web app. Ideally, this is going to end up being a full app that you can run from anywhere. But right now, it's mainly just a web-based interface. And I want to show you how cool this thing is. All right, so if you're brand new here, welcome. I have a few different software companies that I have built, and this is one of the new ones that I've actually been programming myself, because in the past I hired programmers. But cool thing about AI is that you can pretty much program whatever you want now if you know a little bit about prompting. So I want to show you, first of all, what this app is if you haven't seen it yet. Let me go ahead and get my OBS over here so I can see the comments and everything that's happening in real time. Now, if you're brand new and you're interested in staying up to date with all of the things I have been building, all you have to do is just drop a comment with the word AI and I'll keep you updated. And if you're not interested, that's fine too. Plenty of people who aren't interested in AI stuff, and I understand why, because there is so many different apps and videos and just so much information out there now that it can get a little bit annoying hearing about AI all the time. So let me pull up my stream here on my other computer just so I can make sure I see any comments that come in. Now, again, if you haven't seen the videos here, I've been using this tool called Replet, which I'll leave a link to in the description of this video. I'll also leave a link to the app that I've been building here. It's just FreeAICash.com if you want to go check it out. But everything I'll talk about today, I will leave linked in the description. Now, Replet's really cool. It's a little bit expensive. I know I've been hearing from some people that I need to use Claude Code instead of Replet because it's a lot less expensive. I have been wanting to set that up, but I've been so deep into building this app that I just wanted to make sure that I could get this out before I go on to another piece of tech, because there are so many different apps and things that you can get set up on. By the time you get set up on one app, it kind of seems like there's just another one that you have to learn. So I can hardly keep up anymore. I don't know how you guys do it, but it is very difficult for me to keep track of all the new things and updates, and it's just absolutely crazy. There's so many apps, and that's actually why I built this tool here. The reason why is because, we need something to kind of categorize and find all these things. But what's really cool about these apps and why I built this little bot here to go and find them is because a lot of these apps now are actually paying people to go and sign up on their platforms and to promote their platforms. And so why not have AI find the best offers and have AI just do everything for you, because the end goal with this app is that we're not going to just have AI go and find the offers, but it's going to help us automate actually claiming them, because a lot of these apps also have daily bonuses. So you can log in and they'll give you some sort of micro thing that you have to do, and when you go and, let's say for example on Kraken, this is one of the apps here, let me go find it. If you go to this platform pretty much every single day, you can just go in there, you click on this little wheel they give you. It's a little spin wheel, and every time you spin it, you get, anywhere from $1 to $2,500 in free crypto. and that is real. It's not like a, fake crypto, like they actually give it to you. And so if you have, hundreds or even thousands of apps that give you these little daily bonuses, and also sign up bonuses, why not have AI help you with that? So, that's what this app is. And the way I've been building it again is with Replet. And I want to show you, kind of what I've set up inside of Replet. First of all, let me go into my other project here. So this is another app. I've been working on a lot of different apps, and I've also been doing, client work and building other people's websites, and I'll go over kind of what I've been doing over there too, because this is going to be just a full update video showing you everything that's been going on behind the scenes. But I actually integrated with HighLevel because I don't want to build my own CRM. And in this app here, the ShineRanker app, which is my other company, I figured out how to send emails through prompting. So if you're not aware, a lot of these companies and different technologies have something called APIs. And what APIs do is they allow you to integrate through basically a passcode. So an API is just like a bridge, and it's just usually like a secret passcode or key that you can plug into your own software. And you can use that as a way to pull data or interact with different apps. Okay, so HighLevel, which is a company I've been promoting and talking about for a while, which, by the way, if you haven't checked them out, they're giving away something for free as well. It's linked on the FreeAICash site, but you can go get like a account that is basically worth, it would be the equivalent of paying $297 a month. You get the first month for free. So I recommend getting set up on this app for at least a month, just so you can start automating, bringing in leads. Also, Replet will give you some free credits if you use the link in the description or on the site. But the idea is that if you have no idea how to, start automating or bringing in clients or bringing in any sort of value for yourself and others, you can likely do that within the trial periods that these different apps give you. And you can also, obviously claim these bonuses along the way. And so if you're in a position where you're like, I need to get started, I need to start, earning money and bringing in revenue, and you don't want to work a job, you can theoretically do that probably in the next 30 days if you start following a system that allows you to utilize this free stuff so that you can start making money. And then as you start making money, that's when you can start paying for the apps if you feel inclined to. But ideally, you don't necessarily have to. Long term, if you build up enough affiliate revenue or reoccurring revenue from different referrals that you can get, you can start generating earnings that pay you in a reoccurring way. And so the long-term goal is to not really have to do anything, but, ideally to start, you want to do something. So, or at least you need to do something. So let me make sure this stream is muted here. I want to make sure there's no feedback. If you guys can hear me okay, just give me a 1 in the chat or a yes. Let's see what we got. Some comments here. Welcome, everybody. So before I show you the, sorry, my hair's a wreck right now. Before I show you one of the things I'm doing with the API in HighLevel, I want to just say hi to everybody. What's up, Taylora? What's going on? Alanova, what's up? Jamal, how we doing? CK, what's the name of the app? Which app? So the app that I'm building, this is FreeAICash.com. I want to change the name. I'm not super happy with the name. I actually have a name I'm probably going to change it to pretty soon. But where have you been? Had an advanced prompting boot camp for 2 hours today. Nice. Are you saying like I'm behind the times? I'm not with the future right now with these apps. I'm not sure what you're saying here. But yeah, I've been working. That's what I've been. Like I have a literal, $1 million car in my garage, and I haven't even driven it because I've been working. How much do you charge for it? For which part? So this app here is free right now. It's just an app that goes and finds different offers and helps people claim them. But at some point, I'd probably like to have some sort of membership for it. Or if you're asking how much I charge for services, I'm not sure if that's what you're asking, but it really depends on what the goal of the project is and how much time we're spending on it and what, the deliverable is going to end up being. Like if somebody wants to build an app, that's going to be more than if they were wanting to just build like something simple. So anyways, okay, cool. We got a lot of ones. What's up? Another animal. What's up? Arturo, Steven, Doctor Who. What's up? Okay, cool. So one thing we have to do is we need to start sending emails out for this live stream, right? Now, in the past, before I learned how to use APIs and prompting, I would have to go log into HighLevel, and I would have to go and send all these emails manually. I have to go create an email campaign. And what I want to show you today is that you can pretty much do anything through prompting at this point, if you know how to connect APIs and just know how to do prompting. So this is my sub account for my main email list. I got like 100,000 plus emails in here. And inside of the settings in HighLevel, if I go to private integrations here, these are all of my API keys. So essentially, again, what an API key is just a password to like bridge from one thing to another. So this API key here, like the one that I'm pulling into Replet, can pull over like 300 different parameters. So once I specify all of the different parameters, like I want to be able to access my emails and my landing pages and all of that, those all now get shared within Replet. Okay. And if you're not sure how to set up an API key, it's actually a lot more simple than you might think. All you have to do is just click on create new integration. You enter the name. So we just call it, app, and we click on next. And here are all the different things. I guess it's 135 parameters. I thought it was 300, but it's 135. And I can now interact with any of these things that are selected. Click on create, confirm, and there's my API key. Now I just shared that with you. I shouldn't share that with you. I'm going to delete it. But now you can see that API key there. I can go into Replet and I can say, I need you to integrate with this API for this platform. And I plug in that API key. Well, it's not going to work because it's no longer active, but my point is that now that I have it integrated, right, it would go and set up the integration for me. I can now use any of those parameters in HighLevel. And so that's what's really cool about, AI coders, whether you're using Replet or I'm sure, Claude Code or whatever else could do this too. I now no longer have to do manual things inside of HighLevel, okay? And any app really for that matter. So I integrated with the Stripe API, so I can go and pull customers from Stripe, and I can also like do two things together now. So right, I can take the API key from Stripe, pull all of my customers that have, let's say, late billing, connect it with HighLevel CRM, and I can say, take these customers that haven't paid, or tell me the top ones that haven't paid, and send them an email, or automatically set up an automation that does this. And so I can literally just control all these different interfaces and apps without actually having to go into them. And it's all, again, through prompting, which is so much easier than having to log in all these platforms and figure out where's this button, where's that button. It's all within one command line, okay? So I need to send out an email about this live stream, right? So I'm going to go grab the live stream here. If I can go to it. And I'm going to go have Replet come up with an email and whatever I need to send about this live stream and send it out. So let me go to Shinify here. And by the way, this is like just one of the many crazy things you can do right now. Like part of the reason why people keep asking me like, well, where have you been? I have been like deep into figuring out all these different things. Like it is crazy what you can end up doing with AI at this point. So I'm going to take the live stream link. I'm going to say and inside of Replet, instead of saying build, I'm going to say plan. Okay. So I'm going to say, I need you to come up with an email for my live stream that I am on right now. Boom. and I can have it take a screenshot and generate, grab the text from it and the branding. Now, some platforms don't let you scrape them. Like, I'm not sure if YouTube doesn't let you, but I know like websites, you can just pull the, the design and take screenshots and all of that. But I think certain platforms like YouTube probably doesn't let you. I can also just take a screenshot very easily just by going like this, boom, and just doing a Command or Control V over here, and it gives it the image. Okay. What's up, Nate Dogg? How you doing? Good to see you, brother. Thanks for all the support. The fact that this is free will help many people, and later on will feed back into the system. Yeah, and so remember, all the apps on the FreeAICash, they're all essentially free, or they have free trials. And as I update this app, I want to keep doing tutorials and live streams showing you obviously what I'm building, but also show you how to actually go and claim the offers and what to use them for, and how you can like basically use these different things to earn money. Now, again, that's the reason why I started talking about HighLevel today, is because, they are a great way to start building in a automated backend system for anyone, right? So whether you're using Replet to go and build out these pages or these apps or whatever you're building, you still want a way to manage your leads. And unless you want to go and build yourself your own CRM and, email follow-up system and texting, you're going to want to use some sort of CRM, and HighLevel is great at doing those follow-ups. And ideally, remember, you're not going to sell to your leads coming in usually the first time they see you. And so you want to have an automated backend follow-up system that follows up with those people so they'll buy things from you. And so if you can use this and stack it with these different referral links you can grab, right? So like, for example, let's say you get a referral link to Honeygain. Honeygain is an app that you can tell people about, right? I have 49 referrals in here, and you just send them a link, and all these people that are basically using this free app to mine, these little tokens off of their internet, you get a percentage of, okay? And remember, if you tell people about this app, and you don't have some sort of way to keep messaging them about this app, well, you're going to only hit them once. They're going to see you one time, and they're going to forget about you, and they're going to go, yeah, I'll check it out later. And that's why we want to have an automated follow-up system. So anyways, we're going to go into the API here. Let's see what it gave us, or the email. Cool, it gave us all this stuff. Now you can see it just gave us a plain text email, and we wanted to actually use the design, and we wanted to code an HTML email so it looks nice. So instead we're going to say, make sure you code this with HTML and use the design from FreeAICash.com. And remember, because it's not YouTube, it should be able to pull the current design from the website. So look at pulled the content, it pulled the screenshot, and it got the brand identity. So now we press enter, and it's going to give us an HTML email now. And now after this is done, we're going to say, cool, send it out. Now, if I had this affiliate link I wanted to send out as well for Honeygain or for any of the affiliate links that, these different apps have, I could include it in the email. Now, I'm not really going to do that, but I'm just kind of giving an example. So here we go. It says start building the email. It's going to build it for us. What most people don't understand about AI is that businesses were restricted in a three-dimensional matrix. AI has introduced a fourth dimension, the temporal dimension, which can now be controlled. I'm not 100% sure what that means, but I wouldn't doubt it. Unhinged Cuteness. That's a funny name. Do you know how to use Claude AI to do the FreeAICash stuff for us? No, but I wanted to look into the Claude code because I think it actually has an AI agent that will control a lot of the browser, which will then go and set up a lot of these different apps for us. So trust me, that is something that I have been wanting to do next. All right, so we got the email here. See if I can bring this over so you can see a little bit easier. Might have zoomed in a little bit too close. Hopefully not. All right. So it should be giving us the email here. And again, instead of me having to take the HTML and figure out all the design and log into an app and, you know, have ChatGPT build me this or that, like I literally just have it go and start sending emails for me through the API. So campaign is live and it looks like it already started sending it for me. I don't know if I'm correct about that or not. Yep, it's already sending it. So I didn't even have to ask it. I think it probably learned about like my previous interactions with it, and I'm sure now it's just going and sending these for me. So let's go into HighLevel and see if it's doing that. Zoom out for you for a second. We're going to go into Go HighLevel, and we're going to go into our sub account, and we're going to see. Yep. And it's starting to send. Let's see. Yep, some of them are getting delivered. And we should have probably had it send a test email beforehand, just so we could have made sure that that's what we wanted it to show. But it looks like it did a good job. Watch me use CashBot to find money making apps in real time. Boom. And it should go to the link there. There we go. So can you see how that's pretty cool, right? Like I don't even have to log into things anymore. As long as I set up APIs through, you know, some sort of prompting interface, whether it's Replet or, you know, whatever you're using, you don't have to log in all these different apps anymore, and you can have these apps cross-reference. So if I don't know how to, like, you know, take all the data points from one app and feed it into another, well, literally all I have to do is just paste API keys, and now they're all working together. And AI is kind of summarizing and coming up with ideas based on all these different separate data points. So we're going to go back to our CashBot thing, FreeAICash.com. And I want to just go over how to quickly get set up on some of these different apps. And, you know, the ones I've been using, I want to demo some of them just so you see that they're legit and, you know, that they actually work, because I'm sure, you know, a lot of people who go to these different sites, they're probably thinking like, oh, I don't know if this is legit or not. And I'm also going to probably publish the new update. I haven't really actually published this new update yet. I'm actually not sure if I like the new design that it came up with versus the old design. Maybe you guys can tell me what you think. I kind of think the old design almost looks better. It did start adding different coloring, and it has been doing a lot of, you know, back end, like just making the app function better, but I don't know if I like the way that it went with the design. I do know that it was working for a couple hours last night while I was asleep. And so the problem is, you know, sometimes I wake up and it did a lot of things that looked really good. And then sometimes I wake up and it's not that way. So, you know, we just got to make sure that we give it some sort of prompt before we sleep that makes it always give good outputs. But I am pretty stoked about its current progress here. And I do know that it did end up building for us a way to start having people log in. It's also starting to gather information about our users, and it's using that information to figure out what parts of the app it actually needs to build. So that's the other cool thing about AI is that not only does it build the features for us, but it keeps track of how people are interacting with the app itself, and then it actually auto improves the app based on how it's improving itself. So I think it made a login for people who are using Replet. I don't know if that's what we want, but we definitely need to make sure the login does work, because there is a leveling system, and as the robot levels up, what ends up happening is different features start to get unlocked, and the only way that we can make sure people keep the XP that they're claiming when they're claiming these different offers is to make sure there's a login. So anyways, let's go into this app from our iOS device. Let me see if I can mirror my screen here. Deborah, what's up? I so need help with all of this. Well, you're in the right place. And I always leave my contact info in the description if you ever want to reach out and you want some help. Happy to help. I'm actually pretty surprised how many people don't end up sending me anything off of my contact info that I leave, because there's a lot of people that will respond to my emails and they'll comment and they'll interact, but they don't realize that I actually am pretty easy to get a hold of, which is funny to me. But I think maybe they think I'm not easy to get a hold of. So let's go into our phone here. Now I'm using a free screen mirroring tool. So again, hopefully it works okay. If it doesn't, we'll have to come up with a different solution, but I think it should work okay. And I have to launch it on my computer too. Let me do that. All right. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. And I'm doing this off of a Windows computer, so it would be easier to mirror from my Mac, but hopefully this is something you guys can see okay. If you can, just let me know. Give me a 1 or a yes. But this should be good. Okay, so the other thing that's cool about this app, if you guys haven't seen it, is that you can develop things off of your actual phone. So it has its own phone app. And a lot of the time I'm actually not building anything from my computer because I don't want to have to be on the computer all day. I'd rather be able to build things from anywhere. And so I use the Replet app. And I'm not sure if Claude Code does that as well. I'm not sure if you can access it from your phone. I'm sure there's probably a way that you could remote desktop into a computer or something, but either way. So yeah, this is what the app looks like on the phone. I definitely think the interface looks a little bit better on the phone, but we're going to open this up in a browser here. Um, 8.3 billion people on the planet, only 25 people watching the stream. Well, it's probably because I'm not very consistent with my content. That part's on me. All right, so going to enter our name or our alias up here. Okay, so first few apps it gives is really just as a disclaimer. These are all apps that I think are just probably the best ones to start with. It is automatically going out and finding and crawling for different offers as well, but I've been trying to figure out the best way to display all of that information and not like crash the app or overload it, because ideally, right, if we have thousands of different offers and apps, the problem is how do we categorize all of that, and how do we get it to not, overwhelm people? And so what I'm working on next is two things. Number one, a way to start automatically claiming these offers without breaking the terms of service, because you're not supposed to automate some of the offers, right? You're not supposed to like automatically go and log into things and verify your ID or whatever's like sensitive info. And so I don't want to. I want to make sure that whatever I build, I'm not going to do things against the app's terms. But at the same time, I do want to definitely figure out a way to either automate building the accounts or automate claiming the daily bonuses without breaking terms on these sites. And also, if there isn't a way for some of the sites to be automated, then at least find the apps that you can automate that allow you to claim things without breaking their terms. So anyways, first app here we got is HighLevel. It says go and claim 297. This was supposed to go to the 30-day link. I think the AI might have accidentally swapped it out with the 14-day link. I will leave that in the update. Or actually, hold on. I think the older app, before the update, it's still the 30-day. Let's go check. Yeah, that's the 30-day. And so ideally, you just grab an account here. And one of the things I'm going to put in here as well is a way to claim the snapshot too, because I have a new snapshot that gives you all of the backend automated follow-up that essentially has all these different partner links in it, so that not only can you claim all of the links from or claim all the bonuses that they give you, but you can take their partner links as well, and you can have an automated follow-up system that goes and emails all these different links out, because they all have great, partner programs. So if I click on HighLevel, I can go grab an account. Now, some of these apps, again, you don't want to set up on your phone. This is one of those apps you probably don't want to set up on your phone unless you're integrating again with the API. But I think for this video, I'll probably just show you how to set it up on your actual desktop or computer. Or maybe in the next video, what I'll do is I'll actually create a video of just how to sync with the API key within Replet, and then make it so that you don't even have to really log in besides just grabbing your API. But I do know you could definitely do that from your phone. So next thing we got, zoom in a little bit here. Next thing we got is Honeygain. And I think where the world's headed right now is people are starting to kind of run out of money, right? Everything's becoming super inflated. Nobody has the ability to pay for anything anymore. And so I think what you're going to see more of is you're going to see more people, first of all, losing their jobs, but you're going to see them also become like these influencers that kind of just recommend free stuff, because nobody wants to pay for anything anymore, because first of all, there's too many things to pay for. Everything's inflated, but also you're going to see so many of these apps like giving away free things or free money, that the platforms that give away the most value and literally free, just tons of free stuff, those are the ones that everybody's going to go to, not the companies that are charging all this money and, gatekeeping everything and locking everything. So Honeygain is, I think, one of the, probably the best companies to start promoting. And the reason why I'm going to say that is because they're literally just a free app that goes and makes money for you on autopilot. Let me show you here how it works. Now, again, Honeygain and HighLevel are both two apps that probably aren't the easiest to set up on your phone, because I actually don't even think you can install Honeygain on your phone. But as long as you have a desktop computer, you can run it. And what it does is it just goes out and finds you, or mines free money off of your internet. So you click on accept invite, you get a $3 welcome gift. And this is what it looks like. So you have once you log in, you just have this basic interface. It's super, super simple. It'll say Honeygain wallet, and it'll tell you how much honey you basically have to get in order to get a payout. So I think the minimum payout is like $20. You get $5 every time a friend gets paid out, and as soon as they register, the friend gets $3. So you would take your affiliate link here, copy it, and you would start saving all of your links. Now, I think one of the things I want to end up doing in the app is a way to just start automatically collecting your links and storing them in one place, because what ends up happening is the more links you get, the more you start to realize that, first of all, you have a lot of links, but second of all, you have a lot of logins, but third of all, you have to go and check on all these different apps constantly. And the reason why you have to check is because if you're getting paid out by 20 or 30 different apps or even more, and they all have different dashboards and logins, how do you keep track of how much money you're making overall? Because it's hard to keep track of it all. And the answer to that is something that I would like to build into the interface for the robot, so that we can at least manage everything in one place, but also hopefully have an AI that goes out and crawls or finds all of your different, revenue sources, all of your earnings, and adds it into one interface, because there is so much to keep track of these days. Deborah says, I started to do that. I thought it was fake. Now I don't know how I got it. My little one probably deleted it. Yeah, so a lot of these apps, it seems like kind of like, oh, why would you just be able to run this thing and it works? But I mean, it's because a lot of them don't pay you a ton. This app you probably make $1 or $2 a day off of when you run it. If you get a bunch of referrals, you'll make more. But it's kind of like these little microtransactions here and there. I want to show you the other app. I think I might have already claimed it, but this is one of the apps where, you can literally just every single day just click on the little spin button, and you can see I've already gotten like $6 and just free, things, free money. There's these other apps. They're called social casinos. There's tons of them. There are so many of these. It's actually kind of surprising to me, but they have these little daily bonuses where you can go in, and they kind of have an interesting model to them, but they don't really like pay you or anything. What they do is they give you these little tokens that you can end up redeeming for like gift cards and different things. But for example, this app, if you log into it every day, it will give you a little daily bonus. And I mean, it's just free things that you would not normally get unless you just logged into these apps every day. And so the problem is just going in and doing it every day. Okay. And they are legit. It's just very, very small micro transactions. And that's why they're able to do it, because they know if they keep bringing people on their platform, a lot of them are going to end up using their platform or spending money on their platform. But the cool thing is you don't even have to spend money. You can literally just go in, log in on these platforms and just claim these bonuses every day. And some of these other affiliates, they give you bigger payouts or bigger, bonuses and rewards if you actually put money into them. And you actually don't have to like keep the money in the apps. You literally just have to like do whatever their, thing is to claim the money. And then once you claim the money, you can take your money out of the app. And so, instead of having all of your money in like one bank account, you could put it in these different apps for like a week or however long it takes for them to, give you the bonus. And then you just go to the next app. But again, the real secret here, I don't think is going to necessarily be you going and claiming all these microtransactions, at least not right now until we can have an AI agent do it all for you. But the real money is going to be finding the top easiest offers to promote and using something like a CRM, like this tool, to go out and, follow up and email and interact with people that are interested in getting free things. Because if you bring in enough people, especially on these, microtransactions across all these different platforms that just want to get the free stuff, you're going to earn more money, in my opinion, long-term, building a massive audience around people that want free things and referring them out to them, opposed to you going and trying to like claim all these microtransactions every day. But essentially you can do both. So that's what's pretty cool. Steve says, most substantial YouTube algorithms update since YouTube launch. Surely the big reason, so small reach generally for most all channels. I mean, to be honest with you guys, a lot of you think that I should be having more viewers, but the thing about YouTube is that like it doesn't really give you a whole ton of reach in general, even if you have followers. Like I actually have more people on the live than I normally do, because subscribers and followers don't really matter as much these days, opposed to just how clickbaity you make your title. So good news about our title is that it's actually not clickbait. It's actually legit. Like this is something that's real. But I think there's going to be a ton of people that question it because they don't understand that there is a much easier way to do things now. And again, the future, in my opinion, is going to be that everything is either free or the companies are going to pretty much pay you for you to sign up or log in, because that's how they can keep people actually on the platform these days, because it's very hard to keep people's attention anymore. So you can see it says it sent 21 emails. I'm going to ask it and say, why didn't you send more emails than that? And that's the other thing that's interesting about, AI is that you have to really get pretty efficient at knowing how to prompt it. And I think that all of the money in the future is not going to just be, in like free offers and sending out people to affiliates, but it's going to literally be who's the best at understanding how to communicate with AI, how to prompt the AI. Because unless you're really good at being specific about what you want, you're going to spend a lot of time, just trying to get something to work that doesn't ever work. And I know this because I've been able to build an app with one prompt that took me, 10 seconds to make, opposed to spending like a week trying to build an app that was built with one prompt, because I didn't know how to properly prompt the AI. And so it is very important to understand how to not spend too much time overcomplicating things. And I think the people that are going to be the best at AI are going to be the people that are the best at simplifying and understanding how to communicate without making things complex, which is actually hard because people don't realize that it's harder to make something simple than it is to make something complex. And so people think that that it's better to make things complex and complicated because you often get rewarded for that. At least I think in the past you did. I don't know about anymore because of kind of where we're headed. But, if you say something's really complicated and you show all these, fancy bells and whistles and things that don't really have any relevance of what the person's actually looking to get, if it looks complex, people often assume that, it's worth a lot of money. It's valuable. And so you don't want to be the person that takes 12 hours to complete a task that somebody can do with AI in 2 seconds. Because long term, the more you simplify, you might not get rewarded for it now, but in the future you will. Because nobody wants to spend a ton of time on things anymore. They want somebody that can make something happen very quickly, and they know AI exists. But the question is, how efficient are you at simplifying what you want or what somebody else wants and then giving it to them? Another animal says, an idiot admires complexity, a genius admires simplicity. 100%. But the question is, how do you tell what is something that's complex versus what's something that's simple? Because if some people might be idiots and not realize it, they might think that they're making something simple when in reality they're actually making it complex. So back to the offer automator. And I'm going on the computer now just to show you some of the interfaces. Let's just continue with the Honeygain here. I'm gonna show you how to get set up with the HighLevel API. I'll probably just record some of these. I'll probably just record videos for, because right now the live stream, it's too hard for me to record the video and talk about kind of what we're building at the same time. But I will make videos for these so you can just go through them and kind of see if they're right for you or not. But Honeygain, all we do is we log in, we download the app, we run it, and once it's running, we just make sure it's always open. So that's it. That just on autopilot makes us, I don't know, $1 or $2 a day. Grab the affiliate link, we store it somewhere. And again, temporarily what I would do is just store all of your links that you get to these apps in a notepad. So just go like that, boom, link 1, okay? And again, if you wanted to, if you had like a CRM, you would send this link out, or if you wanted to just make it really simple, just go out and post about it. Go send it to 10 of your friends. Say, hey, I have this app that you literally just download and it just runs and makes you money. Okay. Trying to show you what it looks like on the actual desktop. There it is. So that's all it does. Now it has this other thing in here called JumpTask. It's like their partner platform. I'm not really sure why they don't have this as like a separate thing, but I guess Honeygain maybe started out as Honeygain and then they built this other company, but all JumpTask is it's just this, it's like a micro task site. So you can go get paid to do tasks, I think. I haven't even really used it, but I know they give you a 10% bonus on your earnings if you go and connect Honeygain with it. And so to connect it, you just go to the dashboard here and you go to Honeygain and you take the ID they give you and you click on go to Honeygain. It asks for your ID and now you're getting an extra 10%. So pretty simple. I already did it, so you can't see it again, but there you go. There's some other things you can turn on. I think you can turn on, what is it? It's like a CDN, which just stands for Content Delivery Network. And they give you a bonus for that too. I'm not really sure where that is. It might be in the account settings or something, but yeah. And as far as like claiming the money, they give you this stuff called jump tokens. I guess you claim, if you connect with the JumpTask thing, you claim the bonuses that you get through jump tokens, which is like it's its own crypto or something. So when you go to claim it, you just go to the JumpTask site, I guess. And I already tested it out. I claimed like $1. Not that it really matters, but you basically get your little earnings here. You click on connect wallet, and then you would connect with some sort of crypto wallet. Now, if you don't have a crypto wallet yet, I wanted to do some videos showing you all the different wallets I tested out. I tested out probably like 20 or 30 different crypto wallets. Again, my favorite right now is probably either Coinbase, just because I think it's the most secure and I'm not worried about it getting hacked nearly as much as some of these other wallets, or the Kraken wallet. And the reason why the Kraken wallet is cool is because they give you free stuff. And so does the crypto wallet, or crypto.com wallet. So again, I'll probably make a different video on just all the top crypto stuff, but I have actually been spending a lot of time researching crypto and crypto wallets and, you know, all the different cryptocurrencies and like how they work. And I'm actually a big believer at this point. I wasn't really before, but I'm a big believer that that a lot of people, once they start to learn how crypto works, they're going to stop using, you know, regular banks and regular, you know, just regular USD currency, because it is so much easier to not have to worry about logging into a bank and whether or not the bank's going to lock you out, or whether or not, you know, once you have your money in crypto, you pretty much don't have to like think about like anything that goes wrong with, you know, let's say a PayPal account gets shut down, or, you know, it's just a nightmare having to deal with things that aren't in crypto once you start using crypto and you understand how it works. And so let me show you another wallet here. I already showed you the Kraken wallet because it gives you a little free thing, but I want to show you the crypto wallet, crypto.com wallet. Because again, this is just one of those apps that if I go to the home page, and again, if you use the links in the description, it helps me out, but it also gives you like an extra $5 or $10 or something for free with a lot of these things. But if I go to this app here and I go to the bottom of this site and I click on, what is it? Rewards Hub. Every day they give you a little diamond thing. And these diamonds, once you get enough of them, you can use them on the store to go and buy these mystery boxes. And the mystery boxes give you rewards, like money. So this mystery box that I got before was like 49 cents. And remember what I told you earlier, if you like use their reward system to get whatever rewards they're trying to give you. So let's say they say they're going to give you, you know, 100 of these diamonds if you deposit like $100. What you do is you deposit like $100, you get the, you know, diamonds or whatever they give you, and then you go and get the bonus thing that they give you, and then you withdraw your $100 and just go do it on another app. And you know, if some people don't have $100 to put into these apps, you know, that's understandable. But what I'm saying is that there's so many free things that you can claim just by interacting with the apps, and basically making it where you literally just go and like put money in temporarily, take it out after, and then you claim the things they give you, because they just want to feel like you're interacting with their app and that you're going to be somebody that uses their app, and they reward you for that. Plastic More Dart Till says, try trading. I actually did trading. Well, I tried stocks and that kind of thing, but I actually think crypto is a lot cooler. Maybe unless you're saying try trading crypto, but I think crypto is kind of the new stocks. I don't think that anything's as profitable as crypto, unless you're maybe doing a different type. Like, I don't know. Maybe stocks are better if you're. I don't know enough about it. I can't really comment, so I can't say anything. But anyways, let's go back into here. So Honeygain, I kind of showed you a little bit about. Pretty simple to set up. HighLevel, pretty simple to set up. You go and claim a free account. They ask for your information, and then they have you set up a sub account. And the way that works is you just log in. You put in your business info, whatever you got, and then you have a place to start storing your contacts. That's the biggest thing. Okay, so no matter what, and maybe if you're not a fan of HighLevel, that's fine. But whatever you end up using, make sure you have something to start storing your contacts. Okay. And so like this test account here, this is just an example of an account that I set up. If I go to contacts, now you can see I have this little spot here where I can start storing emails, phone numbers, just all my leads, and I can start emailing them or texting them or calling them. And this app actually uses AI as well. So you could even have an AI voice assistant reach out to these leads as well. And if you use the API integration, which I'll show in a future video, you don't even have to log in. You could just follow up with everybody. So make sure you get some sort of CRM. And if you want this one for the full month for free, use that. Crypto wallets, Kraken, I showed you that one. OnePay. Now there's these different kind of like apps like Cash App, Venmo, OnePay. OnePay is Walmart's new sort of like PayPal in a way. And they're actually giving out a ton of money. I don't know if it's because it's like a newer app or what, but they're giving away like $15 plus like $50 if you sign up for it. So if you sign up for this app through the link, it basically once you're in the app, it essentially gives you like $5 in stocks and crypto for free, which you can literally just go in and sell at any time. You can, once you're logged in, you just sell it if you don't want to keep it in there, because they don't even let you like withdraw the crypto or send it to other platforms. So it's really just to be able to invest. But you can just sell it like that, and then you literally get the money in your account and you can just use the money. But there's some other things that it has you do that if you do them, you actually can claim even more money for free. And one of those things is direct deposit. And I found that a lot of these different apps, whether it's Cash App or, OnePay or just a lot of these different payment processors, if you set up direct deposit into these apps, you can get, $50 to $100 to even sometimes thousands of dollars. And if you don't know how to set up direct deposit, it's actually really simple. What you do is you take the account numbers they give you. I'm not going to go into it, show you, but they give you a bank and a routing number, account number and routing number. You copy that and you set up like Stripe or any sort of payment processor. Ideally, you need to have an actual business, because if you're self-employed, you would take wherever your actual direct deposits from. But, from Stripe, you can go and set up your direct deposits in the actual app inside of Stripe. And anytime you get paid in Stripe, it goes into your app. Let's say it's OnePay. And after you get like $500 in payments, you get it was like a $50 bonus. And once you get the bonus in this app, you've already claimed it, and you go to the next app that gives you the direct deposit bonus. So it's kind of crazy how many like little different things there are, right? Different, like, it's almost like tasks you have to do, that if you do these different things, these different apps pay you out. And so the question is, which apps pay you the most? And, which apps require the most, effort versus the least? Which apps require the biggest payments that you have to actually deposit? Because some of them, like crypto, I think you deposit $50 or something, crypto.com, and they give you your bonus. Whereas, with, I think some of the banking apps, you have to put in like at least $3,000 in the bank account, let it sit there for a month, and then they give you, I think, like $3,000. They match it. And so do we want the fast rewards? Do we want the slower rewards? If you compare them to all the different apps, and that's really, again, why we're building this bot, this FreeAICash thing, because we want the bot to tell us, hey, where's like the best opportunities, and what requires the most time, and what has the best affiliates, because there's a lot of different things that we have to consider, and there's thousands of apps now that we can choose from. And so the real question is, which ones do we choose? Hopefully that makes sense, but you can go deep down the rabbit hole. I'll tell you that. I have like 300 apps on my phone. And I actually think I need to delete some of them because it's starting to drain my battery, and there's too many notifications on my phone at this point. Do clear, concise commands work better than detailed, descriptive commands? I would say, the best commands are the ones that you send in after you get a prompt. So for example, instead of me saying, I want this app that does this, I would say, I want this app that does this. What prompt can you give me to help build that? And then it gives you the prompt, and then you run it. And so anytime you're running something that you really want to, be a very solid response or output, make sure you get a prompt before you actually run the prompt, if that makes sense. So anyways, that's pretty much the main stuff I wanted to show you for now. Again, these different apps, they all have kind of different perks, different things that, you can benefit off of. And the question is, which ones do you start with? So that's what I'm going to be building into the next part of the FreeAICash site. But if you're interested in staying up to date, again, all you have to do is just go to the site, enter your email, and obviously you can do me a favor and drop a comment, and also use the links on the site. Literally, if you want to support what I do and what I'm doing, I'm not even selling anything here at all. So if you wanted to support me, just go and grab these different offers and get the free stuff they're giving you. So that's it. Appreciate you all for being here, and hopefully some of these videos are helpful to you. If they are, let me know. I'll try to keep you guys updated. Again, I haven't been doing as many live streams lately because I actually have a hard time going live and having to be on video all the time, but I do it for you guys. So that's it. We'll see you in the next one. Till we do, have a good night, and we'll see you. Bye.